Hey guys, welcome to Jaden's vlog. I'm Jocelyn and I'm here with
Natalie.
he's actually the host. I'm just sitting his camera. Here you go. Hey guys, so we are in Miami Beach. These photos are just staring at me. A little weird.
Okay, so first question: What got you guys into aviation?
Do you want to answer first? Or do you want me to
You're
answer?
gonna answer first.
Okay, well, I actually didn't want to be a pilot until I was like at the ripe age of 20. So, I did for the longest time. I wanted to be a doctor, a psychologist, but I just realized I didn't want to study for the rest of my life like biology. I didn't like biology. So one day I talked to my uncle and I was like, I just don't know what to do. I don't want to study psychology anymore. I was going to Florida State. And he was like, why don't you try studying airplane mechanics like me? Because he works for Southwest as an airplane mechanic. And I was like, yeah, it's a good idea. I don't know. Like, what else do you think? He was like, well, I have my private, right? I'm like, you're private? I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh, I have my pilot's license. I got it like 20 years ago. And I was like, why aren't you a pilot then? He's like, oh, because I had too much motion sickness. I had motion sickness problems, so I ended up just becoming a mechanic. And I was like, whoa, that sounds really fun. So I decided to do a discovery flight at Miami Airport in Kendall, and I really liked it. So that's what brought me to aviation, the discovery flight. I was like 20 at the time. Now I'm 22. I have my private.
Does your uncle still fly for fun or no?
He doesn't prefer to fly for fun because every time he gets into Cessnas, he feels like throwing up.
Oh, like it's that bad.
It's that bad, yeah. So
Oh, wow.
he stopped that instrument, and I'm currently getting my instrument rating. So
Hey guys.
Right.
When I first got out of high school, I wanted to be a vet, and then I kind of just decided to be a pilot. Like that's literally it. Like I don't know what else to do. My dad's best friend is a pilot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, just come fly with him, see if you like it. So I went flying with him, and it was fun, I guess. I stuck with it. I wanted to quit like when I first started, cause I didn't know how to. Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't know how to land.
I remember that. Sorry.
I didn't have money.
I remember asking Jocelyn, I was like, so what airline do you want to work? She's like, I think I don't want to work for an airline. And I was like,
Yeah.
what? And she's like, yeah, I want to be like, I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm just doing this for fun. And I
Yeah,
was like, all right, girl. And then she changed her mind, so.
I just started flying for fun because I didn't know what else to do. But I'm working on my instrument now. I'm almost done, so I'm really happy I didn't drop out.
All right.
Let's ask Jaden now. Why did you want to become a pilot?
I wanted to be a pilot ever since my first flight. I looked in the cockpit and I was like, damn.
Flight deck now.
Okay. I looked in the flight deck and I was like, damn, this is what I want to do. And then my cousin, he's a pilot, so he encouraged me. He was like, you should really look into this. So in 2015, I did my first discovery flight, and I ate.
As you should.
I ate. The guy was like, oh, have you been flying before?
Sorry, guys. The guy who walked past us was kind of cute. Oh, that one too.
So glad I'm wearing sunglasses.
Anyways, back to Jaden, please.
He was like, have you flown before? And I was like, did I fly before? And I was like, no, this is my first flight. And then he was like, oh, you're really good. And then I'm here today, right? And now I'm like in debt. I'm joking.
I'm not joking.
All right.
Yeah.
You took loans out?
Uh-huh.
Shit, that's a
Oh,
lot.
well. I'll pay off.
Yeah, you will.
And your first paycheck as an airliner, for sure.
Real.
Back to Jocelyn and Natalie, I guess.
What is the hardest part about earning your instrument rating?
Holds and intercepting and tracking. I hate holds for the life of me.
What is the hardest part about doing holds? Like, what do you get confused on?
I would get confused on the entrance a lot, especially if it's left turns. That would confuse me a lot. But now I'm good. I'm about to do stage 3 hopefully next week, and then end of course, and yeah.
For me, when I'm doing holds, I think the hardest thing for me is knowing where I am relative to the VOR and the fix. So I won't know if I'm ahead of it or behind the fix, and then that doesn't help me when I have to figure out an entrance. But once I figure out where I am relative to the fix and where I am relative to the VOR, I can decide where I am, and then left, right turns. That doesn't bother
I
me.
look at the map a lot on the
I always zoom out on the MFD. It makes me situationally aware.
All right.
What is the worst thing about approaches?
everything.
Oh, that's not.
I think if it's really bumpy, I think if it's really bumpy and you're trying to come into an airport and then you're trying to get the localizer and glide slope while ATC is also talking to you, that it can like the workload can make things a little difficult. But I think that just requires practice, and over time you'll get better at managing that workload.
Okay. I'm running out of questions.
What's your biggest motivation? Like, what gets you going?
Honestly, seeing other people succeed, because I see how everyone moves like so fast. I'm like, dang, I have to lock in. Like, I want to be them.
Real, that was me.
Yeah.
Like, when I saw you, I was like, I gotta lock in.
And look at him, he's almost done with stage 1. I'm shocked.
Me too. Honestly, when I see my friends moving fast, I'm like, I gotta match with them. What am I doing? You know, I see Jocelyn moving quick. I don't really feel bad though. Like I feel like because she puts in a lot of work, so I feel like I need to put in that work to get up to there. Or at least the other people who are already CFI or commercial pilots. But I'm happy with my progress though. I do a lot. I work a lot. I have bachelor's classes along with flying, so I am content with how I'm doing. But that makes me not want to stop trying and keep going so that I can match up to the other people's levels, and I don't want to fall behind.
Love that. Okay, Jen, what is your favorite thing about instruments so far?
None. Nothing. I'm joking. Actually, I like doing the VOR tracking and intercepting. That's like my favorite thing. Hate DME arcs, but we live.
I think my favorite thing about instrument is approaches. On my first cross country, I did a real approach. The ceilings were at 800 and my minimums were like 500. So I did not have the runway inside. I was low-key panicking because I did not want to go miss. But last minute, I had the runway inside. I did a full stop. Then my IFR flight plan back to No Prairie. It was really fun.
What has been your worst experience so far during your instrument rating? Hold up, a gust of wind is coming.
Oh my god, guys. Oh god. Okay. My worst experience? I don't know. Let me think. Yeah, probably when they switch me from instructors.
I meant like during like flight, like bad situation during flight.
Oh, bad
you just, like, so
situation. Oh, in the beginning, I was really bad at DME arcs. Like, really, really bad. Like, I didn't understand the concept. I'm like, why are we arcing? But, yeah, but now they're like normal, I guess. Like, they're good, I would say.
So, I have a bad story. The first time my instructor had me do a circle and approach, I kind of had no clue what he was talking about. So I figured a circle and approach, like in the name, it says circle in, right? So I was like, okay, so you start on a runway and you circle to another runway. Little did I know that when you circle in, it could be any runway. It could be next to you, it could be to the side of you, as long as you go in when you're facing first a different runway. So when he was like, all right, circle in, and I tried to go the other way so I could circle to the other side. And he was like, no, we're going to land on that runway this way.
Were you on 10 right, starting to 10 left?
Yeah.
And where were you going?
KOPF, I turned the other way. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then he was like, you need to study circle in. And yeah, I was like,
I'd be really scared.
I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, I'm so confused. Like, Natalie, we've done this before. I'm like, no, we haven't. Stop gaslighting me. He's like, I'm not gaslighting you. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm like,
I would have started crying.
Sometimes I tear up, but I'm like, okay, I stuck it back in.
My worst experience was today. I thought we were gonna do aeromedicals, and we did systems, and that was not great at all.
Systems, like automatic?
No, VOR. I mean VOR and
GPS.
GPS.
That was difficult. I'm not really
He really got me.
Took me a long time to understand.
Yeah, I was like, what are you guys talking about?
I reread my notes a lot because that really helps me.
I think the thing that was hardest to memorize was like the order of how the GPSs work, like WAS and RAIM and GBAS. Yeah, how it goes to the VHF antenna or something and back to the airplane.
Right.
That's difficult.
What's your worst experience flight training?
Like overall?
Yeah.
Deviations. Oh my god.
Deviations? You mean diversions?
Oh.
I swear, I always hear people mistake deviation for diversion.
Deviation is like the magnetic pieces.
Inside the aircraft.
Sorry guys, I'm in diversions. Diversion is the worst thing I've ever done and learned on private pilot. First of all, I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know how to use the E6B. I would start crying.
Wait, you did a diversion during private pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never done diversion before.
on stage
Oh yeah, no, I did. We did divert. All right, we're
for
diverting.
stage 2, 3, and then of course.
Yeah, I don't think that was my hardest thing though.
Oh, for me, that was the hardest thing.
I think my hardest thing was like landing or approaches even.
Not gonna lie, I think my hardest thing was diversions.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm just joking. I know how to do them, but I rather not.
Diversion.
I hate diversions. I would be so like frustrated that I would want to land the plane right there and then in the Everglades. I did not care.
It used to take me like 5 minutes to do a diversion.
That was
Yeah.
my most stressful moment.
Yeah.
I think my most stressful moment during. I think my most stressful moment during private pilot was when stage 2 or stage 3, I don't remember. And then he had me do an emergency like he cut my engine, right? But he cut my engine and I did all procedures. But this guy made me actually land the airplane with the engine off.
Wait.
And then where?
Okay, so basically we had
TNT?
So we had just done a short.
so cool.
We had done a short field takeoff, short field landing on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we took off, we had like climbed to like 1,500 feet and turned to the right. And he cut my engine. He was like, "All right, now simulate power off landing
Simulator? No, that's real.
on TNT." And so I started like he's like, "You can use the flaps and everything." And we land in the middle of the runway with no power.
Was it good?
Yeah, my landing was good. It was like scary. I'm like, "You want to land?" And I was like coming in like weird.
Just for, like,
And Tom's saying like, "Oh, simulated landing on TNT," and I was like, "Oh my
simulator,
god!"
that's not simulator.
Like I was like putting down the flaps and no power. Like I couldn't get.
So you actually had to get 68 the whole way. You had to
Yeah,
fly.
yeah,
Did you use the flaps?
yeah. I
Did it
did. Yeah, but it was stressful. I was stressed.
I
That was
don't know.
stressful. I think that was my.
I'm mad they switched my instructor, but you know, if you're out there,
What do you think about your instructor?
It's on site. Oh, and it was amazing. I wish I could have him again. I learned a lot from him. I really appreciate him. And then I had a new instructor. He wouldn't schedule me at all. I stayed with him for a month, a wasted month. So I feel like, I don't know, I felt like behind. So then I had he scheduled me every single day, and we finished stage 1 in 2 weeks. So I did my stage 1 December 3rd. Then I finished my stage 2 by the end of January, I think. But it's kind of awkward. Like, we didn't talk on the cross countries.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was like really awkward.
that's so weird. Like, what do you even talk about on cross countries? How's the weather?
What did you talk about with your instructor on your cross country?
I don't know. I zoned out. What did you talk about?
And me could talk forever. He he never stops talking, but that's a good thing though, because I also never stopped talking. I remember on my first cross country, I got so nauseous, and ATC had us do like circles over the airport because they weren't ready for us to land, and I ended up throwing up in a bag.
Oh, he held your hair.
He held my hair back. I was like,
I know. You know that this is going on YouTube, right?
okay.
But
But I like my instructor. Sometimes he be a little harsh on me when I act like I don't know what I'm doing and like when I'm falling behind.
you do know.
But at the end of the day, I know he's like that because he has high expectations for me and wants me to do better. And as long as I come back with a better attitude and a better mindset and having studied more, or at the end of the day, we're always gonna be cool. So my instructor, I'm glad I have him. He's pretty cool.
Jaden, how's your new instructor?
But yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really happy I have him. He pushes me to do better, and I'm glad.
That's how it should be. And I heard you'll probably get submitted in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know how to feel. I'm like excited, but I'm like, am I ready? I feel like that's normal though.
Yeah, I feel like stage 1 is really like it's calm. Like it's not too much. But stage 2 was really hard for me. It was
Oh,
really
no.
hard.
Don't say that. Don't tell
Like
me
the
that.
approaches.
Yeah, I'm about to get submitted and I'm kind of nervous.
No, mine was really hard. Like
What is your advice for anybody going into aviation right now, or like young people? I guess anybody actually.
even though it's really hard at first, don't give up because it gets better. I feel like flight training is really about consistency and like being scheduled every day. Like the more you fly, the more you study, the better you'll get better at it. So definitely like don't give up. Like I almost did. Embarrassing.
My best advice is don't get discouraged when you can't land. Don't get discouraged when you don't know how to do an avlog. Don't get discouraged when you don't know how to do your weight and balance. Don't get stopped. Just don't get discouraged because we've all been there. And we've all been there. We've all taken sometimes embarrassingly too long, more than others, to figure certain things out, but we still end up figuring it out at the end of the day. I might have taken longer to do landings. Jocelyn might have taken longer to do a nav, but at the end of the day, we all got to get our private pilot. So I think the best thing to do is to stop comparing yourself and lock in and do at least your best, because your best isn't going to be other people's best, but it's going to be enough to take you along the way to get your private pilot.
Honestly, I agree because I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit like at stage 2, at stage 3 because it was hard. Like I hated navlogs. I was like, what the hell? I can't. But like I'm really good at it now. But and I like first getting scheduled. It was really hard. Like I felt like there was always something happening. But don't give up, guys. And also network.
That's true.
Networking is really important.
Yeah. It's really easy these days.
Yeah, 'cause you're a girl.
Oh.
Real.
Oh shit. It's okay.
Okay, guys. I think that's it, right?
I think so. This was fun, guys. I really like seeing myself in the iPad. Can you turn the camera around so we can see Jaden, please? The host of this YouTube channel.
Anyways, guys.
Oh, that view. Smile.
Anyways, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like,
Comment.
Subscribe.
Bye, guys.
bye, guys.
Bye.